I used to get on them. I'm like, why did y'all keep calling? You didn't call here 3 times today. That's when you fresh in the streets, baby. You got that high pussy, baby.
Wait, look. That's so true. That's so true.
You got that hot pussy. The men be after it, especially when they know you fresh meat on the market, honey. They be trying to get a piece, honey. Mm-hmm. And bitch, my tall ass, bitch, my nickname was Banana Split, honey. Split me down the middle and poke me. Okay.
But you so right about that because I was used to lie and say I was 19. And I was like, I'm a welder. I was telling them I weld throughout the day. Bitch, this week, like, the boy like, hey, it's Tyrone there. And my dad said, he's in school. And if you call here again, I'm calling the cop. I'm like, why the fuck are you calling my house phone?
That's so crazy. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Today, welcome to Timmy Two Times Friends, where my friends are also the main character. Okay, and I got my friend Tyrone, Dr. Tyrone in the motherfucking building. Okay, and before the camera started, we was just talking about being young and just basically how the older guys used to be after us. And when you young, especially me when I was young, like I didn't see nothing wrong with it. I didn't see nothing wrong with it that I was underage and these older men were attracted to me and taking me out, buying me little things, whatever. Not nothing fancy, y'all. I wasn't one of them that they was buying me designers and shit like that, but they would buy me a little 1-2, and I felt like, and I felt like I had to do a little 1-2 with them in the bedroom just because I did that. What's wrong with that?
But you know what? That is the thing because like when I was younger, I only liked the older guys. That's all I dated was older guys. But now, like that, I'm older. When my friends are dating these young guys, I'm like, you're a pedophile. Like that's not okay.
We have been friends for basically, I've been in LA for 6 years, will be in the end of September, October. And the first time I met him and my sister, they took me to San Diego for my birthday.
Yes, we did.
And I'm a Cancer, and when my birthday is coming, like I get really just like in my feelings, and I really didn't want to do anything. And they were just like, yo, just pack up the car. And my sister, she rented a car, and we drove to San Diego. Oh, look at that picture! Yeah. Yes, that's when we was out taking pictures on the block. And you was in the back seat, and I was like, I didn't know this bitch. And I was like, why is this bitch asking me all these questions, child? He was all in the front seat. And I was just like, it's so crazy that, us as gays, like we get into a space, and sometimes we don't really understand, or we take it the wrong way when people are too friendly to us. Mm-hmm. And like he was being really friendly, and I was just like, child, why he ask all this? And I'm just like, I was just ready to snap, and I was like, it's my birthday. They doing this for me. Let me break it all down. Who is Dr. Tyrone?
I live in Philly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just finished school last year in May. You was at the graduation party. I travel a lot. I love to travel.
A lot, okay.
That's what I like to do. I like to CrossFit.
Top or bottom, reverse?
Depends on the night.
Okay, what's the percent?
I would say 75 bottom, 25 top.
Okay.
But lately, it's been 40-60. 60 bottom, 40 top.
It's so crazy because a lot of my bottom friends have been topping a lot lately. It's really weird. So what kind of men do you like?
It's fluid.
Oh, come on now. Gender fluid or just fluid?
I know, just fluid.
What kind of like traits, qualities, like what are some of the things that you want in your man? Like,
I love a man who's honest, who's transparent. I love a man that's emotionally available, because I think a lot of people, especially in this community, are not emotionally available, nor are they like capable of even expressing their emotions. I need my man to be able to like express his emotions. If you mad at me, let me know you're mad. If you sad, let me know you're sad. I think that's another thing, especially when like men on men, like we are afraid to be vulnerable. We're afraid to express our emotions. So for me, like I need someone who's capable of doing that.
Do you think a lot of that is just based off of like the trauma that we go through from just like childhood, growing up, and just being a lot of people don't understand, but you can be straight, child. Being straight is easy. Okay? Anybody can be straight, child, but being gay, it takes being gay, and we're not even gonna talk about being trans. But we just talking about being gay right now. But being gay, it takes a certain amount of courage, a certain amount of self-esteem, a certain amount of self-worth, a certain amount of just confidence just to be gay, because everybody can't do it. No. And it's like we have to go through so many things. It's just like, you know, most people look at us and they don't even think we masculine. They're just like, they don't, oh, you gay, you automatically not masculine. It's like, yo, like I could do, baby, you don't see these knuckles, all these knots on these knuckles. Like, baby, I know how to do yard work. I know how to build. I know how to weld. I know how to do floors. I know how to
thought you was about to say fight.
Oh, I could do that too. No, I could do that too.
In this community, people's ability to like be vulnerable, all that, I think it definitely stems from like not being accepted, having to be DL, growing up in like households where like you're taught to be ultra masculine, and like I do think it's a lot of that, but I need my man to come. Like, he needs to have worked all that out, be in therapy, work all that out. Because I think to have a successful relationship, you have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to be vulnerable and say, like, you pissed me off. Like, you made me mad. I don't want to walk around the house not speaking for weeks. Cheers to the Zik.
Cheers to the Zik. Yes, okay, the Zik.
I'm liable to say anything. We done took 3 shots.
No, wait. Oh,
yeah. That one didn't go down so smooth.
I swallowed the wrong way.
Oh, shit. Wait, you know what to swallow the wrong way?
I did. It went in the wrong hole. The wrong pipe. I don't think you understand. Like, tequila is my weakness. It turns me to girls going wild.
Okay, so you're going to have a good time tonight.
Yeah, you're going to have me out in the club, but I ain't got time for that. So, a childhood show or movie that was gay that you just like helped transition you into who you are right now?
I think movies that like brought my gayness out. One was She's All That. Grease 2 with Michelle Pfeiffer. And like they have a scene
Grease 2?
Yeah, you never seen Grease 2? Third, and I think we have this in common, is Queer as Folk. Queer as Folk was a moment. And I'm so mad because I think there was nothing black at the time. So like when I reflect on it, I'm like, Queer as Folk for me was it, because my mom is Debbie. My mom is literally Debbie. Like Michael's mom, she has all the red flags. For mom, because I know you're gonna watch this. Shout out to you. I love you, Lurch. Yeah. My mom was
like, you know your mama loves you. I'm like, girl, is she like a skyscraper or something?
You know, she's not. But she used to play basketball with my uncles, and she always shot 3 shots. Right. And my uncle was like, I don't want to be hit behind 6'9" Lurch, because she would like, he'd be guarding and she would throw a 3 and then it would go in. He used to get so mad. During Gay Pride last year, she ordered all these gay hats, shirts from T-Mill. My mother loves T-Mill. So every day she wore some like my son's gay pride quality. And look, it was so crazy.
I want my mom to be like that one day.
My mom is so that, and it's so crazy because she worked at Amazon, and it was a Muslim girl who like was at work. So my mom had her gay pride shit on in June, and the Muslim lady like, is that for you or for somebody else? And she was like, that's for my son. And the Muslim lady had said something, and my mom cursed her out so bad. My mom is literally Debbie. Like my mom has always been. From the moment she knew I was gay, she was like an ally, like gay everything. What was your shows?
So my shows were, my favorite show, I was like, what is this with these drag queens? And I just fell in love with Noxzema. I don't know what it was, but
that's a crazy name, Noxzema.
Who's that girl? Desperately Seeking Susan, the hairspray.
Oh, I love Desperately Seeking Susan.
Oh my goodness!
That's me and my mom's movie. Desperately Seeking Susan is everything. Shout out to Madonna.
Yes.
Desperately Seeking Susan, cult classic, amazing. My mom's family always was very accepting. Like they all were like, do you? And I think it's in part because my grandma's brother was gay. So my grandma has always told her kids,
but we all of our family members have had a gay relative, but it's just so crazy that you can have a gay relative, and I'm speaking to y'all. You can have a gay relative, but don't let your son be fucking gay. Because when your son or your daughter is gay or trans, you have a fucking problem with it. But you hung out with them, and that's the problem that we really need to fucking get to.
No, that's true, Tim. Because I had a cousin that made a post, and she was like, "I love my gay cousins, but I don't want my son to be gay." And I was like, why would you make this post unless you already see things in your son that you feel like he is gay? We're born this way, and I can tell you, I've been gay since kindergarten. Wait, come on. What's the next question?
Okay, what's a crazy compliment or lookalike that people have given you?
Crazy compliment that I think is very disrespectful is people saying you look better in person. Cause I feel like I take good pictures, and for me, on any app, whether it's Grindr, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Jack, I feel like I always be like, oh, I look really good in this. So for me to put my best foot forward, and then you come to me when you meet me and like, oh, you look better in person. I always take that offensive. People be like, no, that's a compliment. But for me, it's like, bitch, what you mean I look the same?
And I've had people tell me I look like Dave Chappelle.
Common.
Sean Wayans. Common is the most common.
Cheers to Common.
Common is the most common.
Cheers to
The
Common.
motherfucker that I get. I cannot argue with people who tell me this when I get so many people that tell me this. So I'm like, okay.
I can see because the beard, the bald head,
maybe it's the bone structure, but I don't see because I'm not. You think I'm light skinned?
You are light skinned, bitch, and we
not
had this conversation on the video that was.
Yo, I'm caramel complexion. I'm not light skinned.
I say that too, but we like red, light skin, it's the same.
Bitches light skinned.
No, that's white skin. That's not light skin. But that's white skin.
Hold on. Let me get a nut. Let me get a nut. Hold on. This is light skin, bitch.
Yeah, you right there.
I'm not. I was fucking not light skinned. Okay, we're gonna move to the next segment. It's called Messy, but make you gag.
Wait, can I say something?
Say it.
When we go back and forth, all I think of is Antoine and Blaine. Oh wait, Tim.
That's your dog's name, bitch.
I know.
That passed away.
Wait, and my mom named. Listen.
To
Say goodbye. My mom named him after Antoine and Blaine.
Okay. Anyway.
Men on Film. Stay tuned. Halloween 2025.
Okay. One thing you hate about a man. Well, two things you hate about a man.
Any man?
Just in general, like basically, like what are your hell no?
I hate an inconsistent man, a man that does not communicate effectively. That will annoy me, and I'll be like, I've literally cut really good men off for that. And they argue, they be like, oh, I'm so busy. Bitch, you're not that busy to send a message, to send a text, to call. Adios. I hate, what else do I hate? I hate an inconsistent man, and I hate a funky man. Yeah, I don't like.
Pits?
Yeah, no, not even just pits. Just like self-care. Like, bitch, wash your balls, wash your ass. I remember one time I was getting fucked, and we were near the fan, and all I could smell was ass, and I was like, he did not shower, or he shitted and didn't shower.
Okay, so. You guys, we're coming to the end of the segment. How do you guys feel? And
y'all enjoyed it.
Yeah, the last thing, ooh, I'm a little toasty, bitch.
Me too.
Okay.
Wait, it's 12:26. We're like at an hour in the club.
Okay. The last segment is called Lesson for the Gays. What is something about yourself that you have learned?
I have learned that I don't need to be what everyone wants me to be. And I think that's something like a young gay from Philly. I felt like I need to be masculine. I felt like I need to present a certain way. And the older I get, the more it's like, I don't give a fuck what you want. I don't give a fuck what you think. Like, I'm me. You need to accept me. Yeah, that's it. Cause like I grew up in a time where like I grew up in early 2000s where you need to be masculine, you need to present masculine. Fuck all that. I'm a masculine person just by nature, like voice, the way I am. But I know I got some gay up in me. Like and I don't mind. And the more I get comfortable with that, the more it's like it weeds the weirdos out. To be honest, the weirdos that like, oh, you got a little feminine, I can't fuck with you. Yeah, okay, you can. Goodbye. Be you, your authentic self, and that's why I'm Dr. Friend, but I'm on this podcast talking about big dicks, little dicks, me getting fucked, all of that, because that's authentically who I am. So like, I have the education, I'm a doctor, all of that, but at the end of the day, like, who I am is like, I'm a real ass bitch, and I can talk about anything. So my advice is be authentic. The best advice that I ever got was be authentically you, because you can't change who you are. People are going to gravitate to who you are. And when you're unauthentic, the wrong people are gravitating to you. And those are people that are not going to be long lasting. They're not going to make an impact in your life because they're there for certain reasons. So be authentically you, and you will find authentic connections.
The best piece of advice I've ever gotten, I have two. One from a coworker. Her name is Sabrina. She's no longer here. She passed away, and she told me that time waits for no one. But
it don't.
And the second piece of advice I got, Sophia McIntosh. Sometimes you gotta put yourself in an uncomfortable situation to get to where you need to motherfucking be.
Because gay people were very resilient.
Sometimes we all know the things that we want in life. We all know, whether we tell people or not, we know deep down inside the things that we want to achieve. But a lot of times we're not achieving those things because we're not putting ourselves out there.
That was the word.
We're afraid of being embarrassed, ridiculed, segregated, profiled, stereotyped.
I like that bell.
I love the bill. Yeah. It's so many things that are against us that we just don't want to put ourselves out because we are afraid and fear. Fear is always going to be your worst. Fear is always going to be your worst motherfucking enemy. You got to keep moving.
That's a song. That's a song, a 90s song. Cheers to that. You got to keep moving.
Okay. What's some relationship? Okay, we're on our way out. So what's some relationship advice that you give people?
Relationship advice I give people based on my past relationships and my experience in dating is never give up on who you are. Always be you. Be your authentic self. And I would say also never settle. I feel like no matter what age we are, if I'm 21, in my life, when I was 21, when I was 28, 30, 35, I've always settled thinking it could get better, thinking I can work with this. Don't settle. If you have standards and the person doesn't meet that standard, that might not be the person for you. So don't keep giving chances. Don't keep giving opportunities. If a person is showing you, like Maya Angelou said, I think this is one of the most quoted quotes ever. When a person shows you who they are, believe them. And if a person is showing you they're not the person that you want, not the person you desire, or not the person that you need, believe that. Don't think you could change them. Don't think, oh my God, if I show them extra love. Because that was me. My last relationship, he had a lot of trauma. And I'm like, I'm going to work with him through his trauma.
Let's give him Build-A-Bear.
All of that. Right. And I'm like, oh no, he just needs love. If I show him love, it didn't work. If a person shows you this is who they are, believe it. And if it's not aligned with who you want to be with, leave them alone. There's nothing wrong with that. We don't need to build a Build-A-Bear. We don't need to fix everybody. Let that be someone else's issue. Again, if a person shows you they are not they can't be who you want them to be or who you need them to be, let them go. I wish someone told me that a long time ago because it would have saved me a lot of heartbreak. It would have saved me a lot of pointless relationships because I am a therapist. So I'm like, I can work with anybody. I want to heal you. I want to help you. I want to be with you.
You're in that bill like a man. You gotta do like this. There we go.
Yeah.
With one finger.
That don't work. Because I stayed in, my relationship. I stayed in that relationship because I wasn't confident. He's a very attractive man. He has a very nice body. And the message he gave me, even though I'm an attractive person.
Instead of Janet Jackson, what has he done for you lately?
No. He gave the message, no one's going to deal with, because I know I'm a lot. I'm an Aries. I have feelings. I'm an Aries and I'm a Cancer moon. So I have a lot of emotions. But he really made me feel like he's like, nobody else is going to deal with this. So he had me in a headlock.
But what it also is that sometimes men are afraid of people who know what they want. And regardless of what your sign is or what you've been through in life, some of us are very gung-ho on who we are.
Yeah.
And a lot of people use that against us. It's a weakness. It's just like they try to make it seem like, oh, you're doing too much. No, bitch, I'm not doing too much. I know what I want.
In that moment, I was very insecure. I was not, although I was older, he had me in a mind space where it was like, I don't know if I can get better than
But
him.
you were like in a mind fuck because I was just like, I know who he was and I know who he was and I was just like, why is this person? Because that was at the beginning of our friendship. I was like, why is this person going through this? But just like, I understand because I have to remember that I was in an abusive, mentally, physically, emotionally relationship, and I know what a man can do to you. And it's not, honestly, it's not what a man can do to you.
It's what you can do to yourself.
It's what you can do to yourself and what you can tolerate, because a lot of us don't know where we are. We don't know our worth, and we don't know how amazing we fucking are.
But let me tell you, I look down, so he bust my head over, I had to get stitches, and a lot of these scars came from him. So oftentimes when I'm in a moment of uncertainty, I look down at my hand, and I'm like, he did all of this. It's like he did all of this to me. So in that moment, I'm like, yeah, I'm worth more than this.
Yeah,
I'm better than this.
And that's what I went through, but I was raised from a family that didn't take no shit. My parents instilled into me, don't take no shit from nobody. But I was in a dark place in my life, so I allowed this man to come in and overpower me. And once I got that woosah moment, I fucked him up. He had black eyes. He had to wear mascara and Maybelline to work because I had fucked his eyes up. But that was only because he put his hands on me first and I defended myself. But at the time, I still was like, I didn't have enough courage and enough self-esteem and enough self-worth to leave. So I stayed with him and I was like, you know what? This is what a relationship is.
So we had different experiences. We had different experiences because my dad was abusive. He used to beat my mom. And I felt bad, but my therapist told me I had to have this conversation with my mom. I was in that relationship and I think I normalized violence. Because of what my mom and dad went through, I was like, this is normal. And I dealt with it for a very long time. And when my therapist literally woke me up one day and he's like, this is not okay. This is what your mom and dad went through. This is not what you need to go through. And when I had that conversation with my mom, she took it very personal. And she was like, she thought I was attacking her, but I'm telling you like, hey, because you stayed, because I saw this, I normalized that. Not even knowing that I normalized it.
But that's the thing though. You were attacking her. She just did not receive it.
She didn't receive it. Well,
she was initially. Not. Some people won't receive it. They will never be in a place to receive it.
Yeah.
But just because you dealt with those things, that does not mean I'm gonna deal with that shit.
I 100% receive that because don't be in abusive relationships. That's why I would tell the kids, if that motherfucker put his hands on you, he don't love you. I love that man so much. I helped that man get his master's degree. And literally, he graduated during COVID. Long story short, I was with this man. I threw him a party. Found out he cheated on me. And the night I confronted him about it, he attacked me. He could have killed. Oh, yes, I do remember. He could have killed me. So I found out he cheated on me. I confronted him about it. He beat me with a candle holder. Look, I was bleeding like bad. Even in that moment, he beat me up, kicked me out of his house. Even in that moment, I'm still knocking on the door like, oh my God, it's blood all over the hallway. They're gonna lock you up. Please, because my keys fell out when we were fighting. So I'm like, give me my keys so I can leave because they're gonna lock you up. He's like, fuck you, I'm not letting you in, fuck you, you're going to jail. Because I hit him first because he lied to me, but he went OD and like beat me with a candle holder. So he did all of that. He's like, he's not letting me in. They ended up locking him up. They locked him up. They let me go. Like I said, he had just graduated with his master's. So he bust my head open. Even when the cops took me to the hospital and locked him up, I'm like, I don't want him locked up. They're like, he's going to jail. I'm like, oh, I'm crying. I get to the hospital. The lady is literally stapling my head together. You can see the staples in my head. When my hair is low enough, you can still see the mark. And I remember her stapling me up, and I'm crying. I'm crying, and she's like, it's okay, baby. And I'm like, no, he just got his master's. I don't want this on his record. And I love her. Philly bitch. She said, she took that staple here and she said, are you dumb? I'm like, huh? She like, that motherfucker don't give a fuck about you because if he did, I wouldn't be putting stitches and staples in your head. And in that moment, I'm like, oh my God, she's so right. Although I didn't press charges on him, I'm like, she's right in that moment because if he really cared for me, if he really loved me, everything that happened stemmed from him cheating. Had he not cheated, my head wouldn't be busted open. I wouldn't have to get stitches and staples. So I heard her in that moment, but I still was in love. And that's why I say, for all you young people that will watch this, don't fall victim to that. If a person does not give you what you need, leave them the fuck alone. They're not good for you. Hand me that bottle. Go ahead. I'm gonna listen. Hand me that bottle though.
That's the thing though. Like, why do we put ourselves in these situations like that? We know that. I was in situations like that, and my friends used to tell me like, stop talking to us, stop telling us these things because it's like you keep letting this man beat on you and you keep going through all this violence and you're still in it. Why? Yeah. And that's the whole point of knowing your self-worth and knowing who you are and what you're capable of, because when you know who you are, nobody that knows who they are going to deal with some bullshit like that. Period. And the fact that this lady was stapling your head up and she looked at you and said you were dumb, right, and it still did not register.
Because I didn't press charges.
It did not register.
And that person had, because I didn't press charges, that person has been able to have a great career on TV. Because if I press charges, all that would have popped up. If a person hurt you, they need to be held accountable for the way that they hurt you. And I never press charges.
But baby, this is not the 80s, this is not the 90s, this is the 2000s, baby.
We the 2000s and 20s.
You gotta motherfucking let that shit out. You gotta let people know how you feel.
That's 100%.
Because I didn't do that.
And oftentimes when I reflect and I'm angry, I'm like, I should have. Because he should have totally been in jail. He punched my dog. He did a lot of things.
Blaine.
Oh,
bitch, that's right. That's not a couple years off. That's right. Blaine might no longer with us, honey, because he's not 3 years off.
When Blaine died, I cried about that because I was like, Blaine had a black eye. I had pictures in my phone. He punched Blaine in a moment where me and him had a moment. He couldn't get to me, so he punched my dog.
And that's so crazy because I didn't know the extent of those things, but he was just so nice to me. He was just so nice. It was like,
because he's a cancer.
They'd be so nice, and don't try on cancer. We're gonna leave you guys. Yo, this was an amazing conversation.
It was. I love it. I'm coming back, bitch.
Amazing conversation. And I want to
taking a
shot,
shot, bitch.
We are.
Quarter shots.
I want to
you
shout
say
out.
Your last.
I want to shout out a black business, and a black business that I want to shout out. It's called Michelle's Skincare for Men. Amazing. My friend really hooked my skin up, and I've never had a facial before in my life. And he took the time, and it's just it's not just about having a facial, but it's about having a connection and having a conversation. And my friend Michelle at Michelle Skincare for Men.
So I'm gonna get the last word while you pour our shots. We need shots. So black business shout out. I lived in Inglewood most of my entire time living in LA. I'm gonna shout out Sippin' Sonder. Tim picked me up from Sippin' Sonder today. Just a local small black business. If you're in Inglewood, if you're at the Beyonce concert, the Taylor Swift concert, whoever's having a concert at SoFi, Intuit, whatever, go to Sippin' Sonder, support that small black business.
I want to appreciate you guys. If you guys have watched this to the end, I want to appreciate y'all for being here. For Timmy Two Times Friends, this is my friend Tyrone.
I love my
And I love my friend Tyrone. As Mariah Carey said, I'm doing the best I can with what I got.
And Mariah Carey's an Aries.
Right. Oh, she is?
She is Aries.
Right.
Yes, she is.
You got any black business you want to shout out?
Bitch already shouted it out. Sippin' Sonder.
Okay. Ooh, I'm dry. Okay, we're going to cut it out.
We're going to take this next shot. No, we don't need to cut that out. This is us naturally. We're about to go to the club. We're going to take one last shot. Shot to our conversation. Let me shout out to my friend. I appreciate him for building this platform to have this conversation, because I do think that a lot of people will learn, especially younger people. They'll learn from this conversation. They'll take it and they'll take heed. My hope is that they'll take heed, because I wish that I had people that really invested in me and had these type of conversations, because maybe I wouldn't have dealt with some of the people that I dealt with. Because I definitely dealt with some pedophiles. I definitely dealt with some men who took advantage of me. I definitely I've been taking advantage with men who just played on my insecurities. So hopefully us having this dialogue will avoid some of that going forward. Sure. So we're taking a shot. We don't need to say no more. Cheers to Timmy Two Times and Friends.
Yes, okay. We out, y'all.
Cheers.
Ooh, child, I'm tipsy, y'all.
I gotta pee. Wait, it's so bad.
You swallowed, bitch.
Oh, you only took half?
I ain't even take a quarter, bitch. I am done, honey. Cut the camera. Cut the motherfucking camera.
Dude, that was so good. We need to do another one with everybody.
Listen, I hope y'all enjoyed episode 2. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. And if y'all